Qapla', and welcome to my Let's Play / stream of Star Trek Online. This is with my KDF Tactical Officer, and we are going to undertake what I think is my least favourite mission in the Delta Quadrant, Kobali Prime. Now, in the old days, Kobali Prime mission, the Kobali Crisis missions used to be part of it, but you can just skip these. They are optional. Literally, you would go down to the planet, say hello to the general, and then bugger off. But then, as you go into later into the story arc, it's like you then go, oh, we forgot. Thank you for helping us on our planet. And you go, I didn't help you. I just said hello. So we're going to do the Kobali Crisis missions, which are optional missions that they've moved to the incoming HAL part of Star Trek Online. And I was considering doing these before, but it's like I'm in an iron whether I should do them, but I am going to do them. So we'll pick up the mission that will take us to Kobali Prime. So the next couple of parts will be ground missions. So we'll do Kobali Crisis Part 1 in this, and then Part 2, and then Part 3. Some of them are short, some of them are long. In the end, I guess. Anyway, so let's HAL command and get the mission to go to Kobali Prime, which is the Kobali front.
Are you familiar with the Kobali? Their homeworld is under attack by the Vaadwaur, and they have requested our aid. I informed the head of their military that you would render them support on the ground. Please do what you can on Kobali Prime to stop the Vaadwaur from destroying the Kobali.
We shall accept that mission. So let's enter the Kobali system. And pretty much straight after this is right straight into the next mission. I think it's patrol or something, I think. So we are going to be leaving our ship behind for this one. Now I'm gonna say this because the parts will be after this. So for the next 3 parts, if you don't really want to see the Kobali Prime Crisis stuff, for the next 3 streams will be the Kobali Prime Crisis stuff. So you can just skip. This is for the people that are watching this back. You can just skip to, which will probably be part 53. So 53. We'll be back into the Delta Quadrant story arc. For those watching this back, if you're watching it live on the stream, you're stuck with me, unfortunately. Now, Kobali Prime is actually a adventure zone, for all things surprisingly. So we'll take Elazareth and Farrick. Sure, there's a cutscene. Oh God.
Hello, I'm Captain Harry Kim, Starfleet's military liaison to Kobali Prime. The Vaadwaur have been assaulting the Kobali homeworld for months now. The Kobali are near a breaking point. They're not trained for war. Not like the Vaadwaur. The Alliance is here to stop the Vaadwaur and help the Kobali reclaim their home. You and several others will be leading our forces here. I'll be doing some investigations to help support the effort. Good luck.
Yes, Harry Kim. Now, basically after this, you just go to, here's the General Quartel, Guanel, or Qnel, and just say to him,
I
hello.
cannot tell you how good it is to have you here. Our people have been bombarded by the Vaadwaur for months. We cannot take much more of this. Before you go out to the field, I would ask your help within the city. Morale is at an all-time low, and our people could use a boost.
And so you continue, and then basically you go to him, and we're gone. Boy! And then you can just say, well, fuck this, return to the ship, and never come back to Kobali ever again. Except if you need to kill
The
Vaadwaur.
Alliance needs your help. A group of Alliance ships is currently under attack by the Vaadwaur in your Elitist system.
Yeah, so that would be the next mission. That would be capture the flag. But we're not going to be doing that. No. We're going to do incoming Hal, and then we're going to be doing these set of missions, which is Kobali Crisis Act 1. Now, for some reason, if you stand next to go straight, speak to the general, he doesn't even tell you who he is, and you've got an error there. So we'll do it this way, even though we're standing right next to him. So we need your help. This is a 4-part episode, comprises of the cavalry, the sun, the temple of my people, and the data recovery. If you have previously played these episodes, you can replay them by using the console outside and to the left of General Queenel Command's chamber in the Kobali city. So
We've been fighting this war for nearly a year now, and it's taking a toll on our troops. We are a peaceful people. This is the first time my soldiers have been exposed to death and destruction on this scale. They're demoralized and depressed. I'm concerned about the long-term effects on their mental health. You have more experience than we do in battle. It would help if you could speak to our soldiers and share your insights. Please stop by the med bay. Some of the wounded there have asked to meet you.
Okay, so we shall accept him. She gets some delta marks for this. Everyone is running around with those kid drones now. I could pick one of them up, so I will. And basically come in here to reclaim rewards, it's ground equipment, and there's a kid drone. Yay, kid drone! Yes, it's a matter of what to get rid of. I'm actually taller than the kid drone, aren't I? Alright. Okay. So, we need to speak with injured Kobali. It's down here in the medical bay. Now, Kobali Prime, like I said, is actually an open area. This is the entire map of Kobali Prime. It's an adventure zone. It's not like most adventure zones, really. It's good to come here if you need to do weapon stuff for endeavours, and if you're forced to go and kill Vaadwaur. Basically everything outside the city is Vaadwaur. You get these open zones, open missions, which like kill the Vaadwaur com and supply denied. They're open missions, they're active. So speak to injured Kobali. Now we're Klingon, so we're going to slap them out of this by being Klingon, so we don't want gone. Right.
You're part of the reinforcements that everyone was talking about. Please, you have to stop the Vaadwaur. We can't lose our home. Not after it took us so long to find it.
I promise you I'll do everything I can to help. Now, for those who don't know, the Kobali, they made an appearance on a Voyager episode of where they was a former officer on Voyager died in an away mission, and they basically do what Starfleet, what they do in Starfleet anyway, which is they fired her thing out in a torpedo. The Kobali picked her up, reanimated her, and turned her into a Kobali. That's how they do it. They basically go and get other dead species, other people who are dead, and they turn them into Kobali.
You're from the Alpha Quadrant. We've been fighting for so long. I don't know how much longer I can do it.
This war is going to end soon. else can we speak to? Speak to this guy over here.
The Vaadwaur just do whatever they want. They want our home. They want our future. We can't keep going like this.
You will have peace again soon, I promise.
Thank you. It may not seem like much, but you've given those soldiers hope. We have several officers who were recently promoted, who might need some additional training, as well as several tasks that could use your presence. Would you mind taking one of them along to let him shadow you? There is so much that we could learn from an experienced Klingon warrior.
Of course your officer can shadow me. What tasks need to be done?
Many groups of our soldiers have become demoralized over the course of this war. I've tried my best to motivate them, but nothing has worked. They are all aware you are an expert commander, with more battle experience than any Kobali. Could you visit groups of our soldiers and motivate them to keep fighting?
I'll find one of your attackings and help motivate your soldiers. So, well, I need him for that door now. If you ever done, so this is Akin Schwarzwell. Greetings to High Master. One of our recently promoted officers is ready to shadow you. He's eager to see you in action and learn whatever he can from you. Are you ready? Yes, I'm ready. Call him out.
Reporting for duty, sir. It is a pleasure to watch you in action, sir.
Don't call me sir. Now, courage to depressed troops.
Wow, I haven't seen the soldiers that motivated in a while. How did you know what to say to inspire them like that? I've tried before, but it did no good.
You don't get to be a Dahar Master without learning how to inspire people. You learn them over time.
Interesting. Well, keep going. I'll watch what you do and see if I can do that in the future.
Let's find some more soldiers and help out. Oh god, there's nothing worse than a sneeze. He wants to be a sneeze but can't sneeze. And so this is the last bunch. Thank you. You've learned.
This is Captain Kim. I found some information for you.
Do I really have to talk to you? Speak to Captain Kim about the Kobali.
Permission to speak freely.
Granted. What is it, Captain?
Something isn't right here. I've done some investigating, and I don't think the Kobali are being entirely truthful with us.
What have you found?
Not so much found, as observed. The Vaadwaur clearly have superior firepower, tactics, and training, right? So why haven't they already wiped the Kobali out? They haven't hesitated to do so on other worlds. Sure, the Kobali have a shield around the capital, but they've been fighting the Vaadwaur for months now, and they're consistently losing troops and territory. I don't understand how the Vaadwaur haven't already taken the capital and finished this.
Unless the Vaadwaur's goal is not to take the city.
Exactly. There has to be some other objective for the Vaadwaur here, and we need to find out what it is. We have to help the Kobali, and we can't do it if we're blinded.
I want you to continue investigating this while I help with the war efforts.
Understood. I won't let you down.
Excellent. I will return to the General and see what else is needed. God, I really don't want to talk to him again. Now, I don't really want to get rid of the harmonic repulsor, but now let's speak with the General.
We can't stop until the Vaadwaur leave our world.
I've done what I can, what I could in the city, General.
Thank you for your assistance. Your presence here means we're not fighting alone anymore. That's more important than you know. My son is in the trenches now, and he could use your... Wait, what's that?
What is it?
The Vaadwaur are at the gates. You have to help us.
Right, we've got to repel the Vaadwaur attacking the gates. Now, this is another way to get the Delta reputation marks and right, let's kick some ass. Now this is an open mission, so anyone can join this. Look for more robot. There they are. With their Tamagotchi fucking tanks. Is that Tamagotchi? I think that's what they are from Ghost in the Shell. Pretty sure I got that wrong.
Kim here. Something definitely isn't right. The General is waiting for you. I'll keep trying to figure this out.
Right, let's speak with the General again. That was too close to Heartmaster. If you hadn't been here, your stand against the Vaadwaur will give our people the motivation they need to keep fighting, and that we have so much more to do. If the Vaadwaur made it this far, I fear my son is in the trenches.
My son Jatanian is commanding our forces outside the city. The Vaadwaur should never have reached us without so much as a warning from him. Something must have happened. Here is his position in the field. Take the nearby transporter and make your way to his command post. He may need assistance.
Right, so accept that. Now we're heading out into the open field. Now, as I said, this is a good place to do weapons and stuff, so let's try and do the transporter. I know what it's going to say. The transporter powers offline, so according to my scans, it is disabled very recently. It seems there's a problem in the trenches. Looks like we're taking the long way to see Commander Jatan. It appears so. We better start walking to the city outskirts. I don't know what that red was. Now. We're heading out into the city now. So Yeah, we're gonna be doing some missions out here now. So this is Harkan Jatan. He's the son of General Quantel.
We're hanging in there, but we could use your help.
How come I have your General's son?
I am, although I understand your confusion. Kobali reproduce by reanimating corpses and then integrating them into our society. We're assigned to existing family groups who teach and care for us. My first life was a long one. I don't remember it, however. I am Kobali, and my father is a source of inspiration and wisdom for me.
Wait, what?
My people do not reproduce in what you would consider a normal fashion. Instead, we use a genetic virus to alter the DNA of corpses from other species, reanimating them and transforming them into Kobali. We call this process rebirth. The process takes several months. Afterward, a new Kobali is assigned to a family group who will help him or her adjust to our culture and learn our language. All memories of the Kinstaya or past life are left behind. It can be difficult to accept this new life. My father was of great help to me during this time. Some Kobali cannot accept the change and flee to search for their former lives. In these cases, it's our duty to find these lost souls and help them return.
Why'd you reproduce this way?
This is not something we normally discuss with outsiders. Suffice it to say, our ancestors experimented with forces they did not understand, and we were irrevocably changed by their folly. Faced with our own extinction, we found a way to survive. Now rebirth is the greatest gift we can give to the dead. Who wouldn't want a second chance at life?
A Klingon. Although technically we do, it's one of the Klingon culture refers to the body, it's just an empty shell, and it's not really that important, but I'm pretty sure Klingon would take offense to it. I see. General said you needed help?
Yes, we have two problems. Our transporters in our forward base have stopped working, and troop morale is low after the last attack. Could you give us a hand by getting more soldiers back into the fight? I'm still looking into the issue with the transporters.
I'll see what I can do for the soldiers. Okay, now there should be somewhere around here a transporter, if I'm not mistaken. If not, there's now. These are, find these around as well. These are found missions called Station Cancelled. They're like additional missions, but we won't worry about that. Tell the soldiers to get back into the fight. Again, if I saw a giant 8-foot lizard running towards me, I'd be inspired to get back into the fight as well. This guy hiding behind the thing, yeah. If I was a Klingon commander, you'd be dead.
Thank you. The soldiers have been beaten down so much I can barely keep them going. But they seem bolstered by the outside help. We still have no idea what's disrupting our transporters. Maybe you can find something on the Vaadwaur or from any of their crates in that area.
I'll figure out how I can get the transporters working. Now, what have we got to do? So, look for information by defeating Vaadwaur or checking crates. So this is a crate. Oh, pretty good. Right. Away for the let's get behind the lines. According to this information, the Vaadwaur have placed transport inhibitors in the area to block Kobali advance. Your orders: send the data to the quartel. We need a way to disable these inhibitors. Send. One moment, sir. Done. The engineering team has found a wavelength of our tricorders can emit to disable the inhibitors. We need just to get close enough to trigger them. Good work. Let's go disable the beacons. Now, of course, they're not going to be too chuffed about us doing this, so... Now, I did say this area is pretty good for weapon stuff. Now I do have annoying that you have to kill those tech warriors, the tech guys first. The Vaadwaur do reactivate pretty fucking quickly. If we get over these lines.
Flanking damage detected.
It should be alright. So, we're now behind the Kobali lines. And here's the transporter, so activate the transporter.
Captain Kim here. I need to speak to you as soon as you return to the city.
And that means we can now return to the city via the transporter. And again with our own chinwag with Captain Kim. Before I do that, I'm going to clear out some inventory space. I'm pretty sure it's going to start moaning at me. Captain Kim, what have you got now?
I've been noticing something strange. When I first met the Kobali, they didn't seem to be a particularly religious people. Lindsay, Jedliah I mean, certainly didn't say anything about it. However, now, almost every Kobali I've met follows one creed. And there's a temple located just beyond the trenches. I've tried to find out more about their practices, but they keep telling me it's forbidden to share them with outsiders.
Now, Lindsay Ballard, that was her name. That's Jedliah. She was the one in the episode. Do you think this was a religious war?
Maybe, but I don't remember the Vaadwaur having a particular belief system either. This may not be much, but I'll continue my investigations. Maybe this one is a dead end.
Well, you only met them once, and you only met two, so what the fuck do you know? Anyway, keep it up, Captain Kim. I'm counting on your information. Let's return to the general. Tell him his son's alright. Get some more Delta marks. Vaadwaur shut down the transporters. They're devious, aren't they? With the transport operational, we can easily send supplies in for our forward base. That will help. I'll let you know what we could use your aid again, but I'm sorry I cannot answer any questions about our religion. Privacy is the essential part of our practice, and the temple is a sacred place. Only Kobali are permitted to enter.
I'm sorry, but could you return later? I believe you need a break. You've already done so much for us. We couldn't possibly ask you for more. Thank you again.
Alright. So he's being super secret. He's being super secret Santa, is he? Okay. So, speak to Captain Kim about the General's odd behaviour.
I've discovered a few interesting things that can help us with the Kobali. Do you have anything on your end?
Only that the General was acting odd. What do you have?
I've been thinking. Our only way to find out what the Kobali are hiding is through the Vaadwaur. We need to find out where they're focusing their attacks, and then why. That may be able to shed some light on the situation.
Do you know how the Vaadwaur communicate with one another in the field?
Yes. My crew was looking into why our signal jammers weren't working, and we found that the Vaadwaur have comm beacons in all of their camps that act as a miniature subspace array. They can't be jammed because they're shielded, and they provide all the Vaadwaur need for controlled, secure communications. Ingenious, really. I wonder if the Starfleet Corps of Engineers could whip up something like that for us. If B'Elanna were here, I'm sure she could. Anyway, if we could place a trace on one of the Vaadwaur beacons...
Yeah, so what's the actress' name? Roxanne something? I had to ask her if she wants to do this, but clearly she didn't want to do it. Be good to have B'Elanna back. Probably one of the only few people on Voyager I actually liked. Well, that's not true. Did like Tom. Hated him. Hated Kim. Couldn't stand him. So annoying. We'll have access to all their communications.
Exactly. Once we find out where the Vaadwaur plan to attack, we can reinforce the Kobali and find out what, if anything, they're hiding. There are 4 communications arrays in the trenches area. Planting a trace on each of them should allow the engineers on your ship to spy on the Vaadwaur.
I'll handle putting a trace on the communication arrays. Now, interesting fact about Klingon warriors. They do not like tribbles. Surprise, surprise. Now, you can't put a normal tribble on them, you can't put a green tribble on them, but purple, rare tribbles, they're perfectly fine to use them. So the communication arrays are out there, so we can just go over to this transporter pad and you go to the city outskirts. I can't be bothered to walk, so let's go to these.
Enemy target on center.
Yeah, so of course everyone fancied the pants off these of Jerry Ryan. I mean, who didn't like 7 of 9, but a character? Meh. And it's so cold in space. I remember that tech officer first. Alright, now one more. What power? Go for XP though, this place. Think of it. Think of it as a new Romulus but on drugs. Right, and we seem to have found ourselves in the middle of a mission. I'm not really interested in doing the open area missions, so I'll skip that. Wonder why they have Yamix, Cardassian Yamix subs. We received the data set and give us some few moments to access it. We had the data. Although the trace is cut short, the Vaadwaur must have discovered it. The Vaadwaur tactical plans seem to be revolved around the temple, not the city itself. According to this, there's a large sealed door that has been unable to break through until now. They're planning on a large assault here. Thank you. Connect me to Captain Kim. You need to hear about this.
Your timing is impeccable. A large squad of armed Kobali just left, but they wouldn't say where they were going. Did you find any information?
The Vaadwaur are after the Kobali temple, not the city.
The temple? That must be where the Kobali are going. We have to help the Kobali defend that temple. Afterwards, maybe we can see why it's so important to the Vaadwaur.
Agreed. I'll go to the temple and support the Kobali. Of course, while we were doing that, we were attacked. That was what you were hearing in the background. So the temple defense, the Vaadwaur are leading a full-on assault against the temple, and we have to go and help out because no one else can fucking do it. Here we are at the temple, and we need to stand on this little block, and we're now going to get attacked by waves of Vaadwaur. He believed he could fly, but he couldn't. Any more? Okay. So we now to hail Captain Kim.
The temple is secure and the doors to it are still open. This is our chance. Go ahead. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Understood. I'll be waiting for you inside the Kobali temple. Now, Harry Kim should realise that he's violating the General Order number 1 on Starfleet. I don't have to abide by such a rule, but he does. And this will be the last mission, I think, of the Kobali Crisis Part 1, and then we do Part 2 next part. Anyway, yeah, I don't. The Vaadwaur, they're annoying, particularly because they kind of gang up on you. That's what's annoying about them, but easily dealt with. This is the Kobali Temple.
Looks like we've made it to the lowest level of the temple. Let's see what's in there.
Yeah, I won't tell your superiors that you've just violated the Prime Directive. He's dead, overwhelmed by Vaadwaur weapons. Who the hell are you? No idea what that is. Right, we dealt with them pretty swiftly, didn't we? Got well and true. Alright, speak to the dying Kobali. Stabilise it first, I guess.
Thank you. If you are here, then it means our secret is revealed. I am sorry, but we did what we needed to survive.
Do you know how to open this door?
Take this. It is the code to open the door. Please, do not judge our people too harshly. You would have done the same if you faced extinction.
We'll see. So that's Mataya. Apparently she's dying, but looks like she's perfectly fine to me. So this is their secret.
That's a lot of stasis pods. Let's get a scan of these. We need to know more.
A scan of the status pod indicates that it contains Vaadwaur, but not a soldier. This temple was actually a massive storage chamber for a non-military Vaadwaur elite. The scans indicate that the Kobali have been taking Vaadwaur from the failed status tubes and converting them into Kobali. Scan history for the on this stasis cubes. There were at least 300 tubes that have had their inhabitants taken and turned into Kobali over the past 10 years. However, many more tubes have been taken since the Kobali arrived on the planet. According to your scans, it is enough that a large portion of the Kobali that you will have met were probably once Vaadwaur in their previous lives. Scan data on empty pods. The pods that are emptied all show signs of eternal technical failure. No pods that are currently intact have been touched. Of the pods that failed, several of them were repaired and used to store bodies that the Kobali wish to use in the future. Send data to Quater. What do you think, Captain?
I never imagined that we would find this. The Vaadwaur aren't fighting the Kobali over territory. They want their people back. This is why the Kobali stopped wandering. Everything they needed was here. It's not right. Some of the Vaadwaur in the stasis tubes could still be revived. The Vaadwaur are a dying race. Their methods may be extreme, but they're doing what they think they need to do to survive, just like the Kobali are.
Now, if I was a Federation officer, I'll do this bot one here, because it's true. We're not here to question him, but I'm a Klingon officer, and I'm going to agree with Captain Kim. You're right, Captain Kim. We need to do something about this.
I'm glad you agree with me. We need to take this information to the General and get him to explain why they hid this from us. If the Kobali had been up front with us from the start, we could have figured out a better solution for this.
I agree. Let's go meet with the General. Are you ready to return to the General, the Heartmaster? I am. Now thankfully it should take us straight back to the city rather than make us have to walk all the way back. I hope.
You've both returned.
General, we know about the temple. When were you going to tell us?
Secrecy protected our future, Captain.
How are we supposed to help you if you won't even tell us what the problem is?
That's enough, Captain.
Captain Dralian, you're late.
The Kazon delayed me. What's the situation?
Kobali Temple is full of Vaadwaur status pods that they have been using to reproduce.
I see. Captain Kim, no matter our personal feelings, we must follow the Prime Directive. We are not here to change the Kobali culture. We are here to protect them.
We'll talk more about this in private. I'm sure we'll see you again soon.
Why the hell am I saluting him? Alright, let's return to the General, and that should finish part 1 of this Kobali Crisis. I'm sorry to Heartmaster for everything. We never should have lied, but you're an outsider. And we've learned in the past experience that not everyone can accept or even understand what we accept as necessary. I couldn't risk losing your support, but it won't happen again. I'll give you all the information you need. Vaadwaur will not stop, even if we return the remaining status pods. You know they won't. Look at what they've done to the terrain. Even the Kremlin have fallen. I'll give you some time. We'll talk again when I have more information on our next move.
Before we begin, I must apologize on behalf of the Kobali people. We meant no harm in using the Vaadwaur. When we found the stasis pod,
I think that's part. Is that still part 1? It is. Yes, now we still have more missions to do. Okay.
we can't stop until the Vaadwaur leave our world. Before we begin, I must apologize on behalf of the Kobali people. We meant no harm in using the Vaadwaur. When we found the stasis pods, many of them were damaged beyond saving. We honored their fallen by using their forms to preserve our species. The Vaadwaur, however, do not. Our ways are difficult to understand. For some, they may be reprehensible. No matter what the Vaadwaur think, we cannot end this practice without dooming our species to extinction. And that we will not do. Jetanian has sent word that he needs aid. Are you willing to help him?
Yes, I
We
will.
can't stop until the Vaadwaur leave our world.
I've done the sun, I've done the cavalry, done the temple. Yes, that's the last one. Okay. So Jetan is, of course, we know he's his son. So Jetan, like a backward D'Artagnan, ain't it? We can't beam to him. We have to walk. So it's just easy just to run over to him. See what he needs. I don't judge him. I don't know if the species needs to survive. So whatever you need to survive, I don't care.
We're hanging in there, but we could use your help.
Okay, and your father told me you needed more support.
Yes, thank you for coming. One of our bases has been overrun. That facility contained research vital to our cause. Could you go to the base, recover the data, and bring it to one of our forward command posts? One of our scientists will be there waiting for you.
I'll recover the data from the overrun Kobali base. It's easy to head out this way. Just die, you annoying shit. This data details biology of the Vaadwaur. Kobali discovered the Vaadwaur studying Kobali. Yeah, biology. What are they doing? This data shows the Kobali studies done on the Vaadwaur corpses. Nice. Don't make me vaporize you. Oh, you vaporized him. Okay. That's what it saves me doing it. No boxes around here, so let's head up towards this. Kobali discovered that the Vaadwaur are spying on several scientists. Hate it when they respawn behind me. Yeah, not doing that. Kobali are attempting to hide biological research from the Vaadwaur. Every fucker's got a secret in this fucking quadrant. What would the last one be? One bloody box is all I need. Yeah. So I recommend accessing the Vaadwaur console to erase the Kobali data. That would be this motherfucker. We'll go ahead to the forward base now. Giant lizard walks around the corner. You don't ask him for directions or give him a reason to kill you. But guess that guy wanted to meet me. So we're speaking to Hakon Vaadwaur. He's the command of the forward base here. Also probably be given the person who will be giving us the part 2 missions. So Hakon.
Thank goodness you're here. You've recovered the data from our lost base? Excellent. I knew you could get the job done. Now, we need your expertise on several issues we're encountering. Congratulations, gentlemen.
So, when we return in part 50, we will be doing the Kobali Crisis Act 2, which is a 3-part episode comprising of Looming Shadows, Hidden Assault and New Warfare. If you've previously played these episodes, you can replay them, and of course we speak with Hakon Vaadwaur for that. Now before we go, we'll activate the transporters. Can you just activate the transporters? Do I have to talk to him first? Guess I have to talk to him first. Alright, well we'll cover that anyway in the next part. So thank you very much for watching, and I will... So I'm bombarded by tribbles, but the cannibal tribbles will eat them, which is always fun. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in part 50 when we'll do the Kobali Crisis Part 2. Please do subscribe, comment, give me a thumbs up, and I'll end Kopla. See you in part 50. Ciao.